Hello everyone, I'm Frank, and welcome to Frank Puzzles, and this is today's easy level puzzle. Now, take that easiness with a grain of salt, because it's considered easy by the people on the Logic Masters Germany forum, and there's a lot of really smart people there. Today's puzzle is called Residential Huddling, and it's by Nicholas Duhalel. And here are the rules. Normal Sudoku rules apply, which means fill the entire grid with the digits 1 through 9 without repeats in any row, column, or box. A digit in a square is the sum of its neighbors up to 4 orthogonally adjacent cells, and that just means the cells that it shares an edge with. So for example, and all squares are given. So there is a negative constraint here. So there is no other, in this puzzle, all the digits that are the sum of the adjacent digits that it shares an edge with must have a square on it, but all the squares are shown. So if it doesn't have a square on it, that means it cannot sum up to the four cells that it shares a edge with, right? So this would be the sum of these 4 digits. This would be the sum of these 4 digits. So you could have something like, I don't know, 9 with, well, let's go here, actually. This could be 9, and this could be like 2, 3, and 4. So this is the sum of these 3 digits here. This is the sum of these 4 digits. This is the sum of these 4 digits. And those are all the rules. If you like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now, I'm going to get started. Let's go. Okay. So, here we have, this digit is the sum of these 4 digits. Well, that's going to be kind of restrictive, right? If you have 4 digits adding up to another digit, it's at minimum 1, 2 plus 1, 2, right? It has to be essentially um, up to 6 on one side, on 2 sides adding up. Sorry. So of this, you're guaranteed to have 2 cells in the same row and 2 cells in the same column, which add up together. So that means one of them's minimum. One of them has each of those sets are a minimum of 3. So the other one could be a maximum of 6 adding together. So this is one, and therefore this is adding up to 6 at most. This is, I mean, at least 6 at least here for these, for anything that adds up with 4 unique digits. This is 3 unique digits plus another, sorry, it's not 4 unique digits, but 4 digits. 2 of them have to be the same row, 2 of them have to be the same column. So that means that the lowest sum possible is a 6 for any of those sets. This specifically must be at least 7 because we have 3 unique digits here, and this digit could be separate. So this is at least 7. This is 6 at least, which makes this a 1, 2, or 3. This could be 1 through 5. But it could be 3. This is 1 through 5 also. This is 1 through 5. This is at minimum. At minimum, this is 4. Because it could be 2 unique digits here and then another single digit here. Same with this. This is 4 through 9. This digit, since this has to be at most 8 to add up with these digits. So this would be 1 through 5 max. This is also actually 1 through 5 max in any of those digits. This is the sum of 3 unique digits. This is the sum of 3 unique digits, but they share 2 of them. Therefore, this is at least 6. That means these digits are 1 through 6 here. Right? This can't be 7. This is 3 unique digits also, and it can't be 7, so this is 1 through 6 here. This is 3 unique digits, but it could be 6 through 9. So then we have 1 through 6 here. This cannot, if this is 6, that means this is 1, 2, and 3, which would force this to be a 4, 5 pair, which is 9 already, which is not allowed. So this cannot be 6. If this is 1, 2, 4, that would force this to be 3 and 5, which would force this already to have a sum of 8, and this is at minimum 1 and 1. So that would be 10, so that's not possible. So this can't be 7 either. This is now guaranteed to be 8 or 9. This is at maximum 4, cannot be 6 or 7. So this is 4, 5, 8, or 9 here. Sorry, at minimum it's 4 here. This can't be 6 because of the 6 in the row. Can these two digits ever be 1 or 2? Actually, can this ever be 1, 2, and 6 here? If this is 1, 2, 6, that would force, this would add up to 9, but that would force this to be at minimum 3 and 4, which would also be 9. So this can never be 1, 2, 6 then. This then has to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 quintuplet. Because this digit can only have 1 and 5 at max on any in any row and any column. Because it must add up to 6 at most. Because the other row or column adds up to 3. We tried 1, 2, and 6. That would force this to be 3, 4, which would force this to have a sum of 9 at minimum. But we already know this is 9 if that's the case. Therefore, this is 6, 7, 8, 9, but this can't be 6 here. What is this digit? This is at least 8. Actually, so these sum up to 15 for these five digits. This is at minimum 1 and 1. And these two have to add up to these 5 digits plus these 2 digits. So if 17 is the minimum for these 7 digits, that means, and this is the maximum for these 2, therefore this must be 1 and 1 here. This is 1, this is 1. Which means this has to be 8 or 9. We have an 8, 9, 8, 9 pair. None of these can be 1. We have an 8, 9, 8, 9 pair in box 7, which eliminates 8 and 9 in the rest of the box. Therefore, this can't be 8 or 9. This is 7. This can't be 8 or 6, 7, 8 or 9, so this is 6. Obviously, this can't be 1. This can't be 1. This can't be 1 here. We must have a 1 here, because if we don't, this is at minimum 2, 3, and 4, but then we have another digit to add to that 9, which would make this not a digit. So this has to be a 1 here, which means this can't be 1. This is, again, at minimum. This can't be 1 here. It can't be 1 here. This is, at minimum, 3. So therefore, this is at max 6, which means the 2 has to be one of these two. It's either 2, 3 or 2, 4 here. This is 4, this can't be 2. This can't be 6 then, because the sum of this doesn't add up to... this is 2 and 3 at least, so it must be 7 at least, but it can't be 7 because of this 7, so this is 8 or 9 also. This is 2 and 3 at minimum, plus 2, plus 1, so that's 8. So therefore, this is an 8 and 9 pair here. This cannot be 5 here, because that would mean this is a minimum of 5, 3, 1, and 1, which is already 10. This is at minimum 5. So this cannot be at minimum 5. It has to be at cannot be maximum 5. It's maximum 4. So this must be at least 1. And this cannot be 4, because that would add up to 5 there. 5 plus 5 is 10. 2 and 5 could be there. This can't be 1 anymore. This can't be 6. Neither of these can be 6 here. This can't be 1 anymore. Where is the 1 in box 7? It has to be here. This can't be 6 here, and this can't be 6 here. This can no longer have a 1. This is at minimum 2 and 3 here. So this is 5 for these two digits. Therefore, this is 7 at least. This is 7, 8, or 9. The remaining digits we have a 7, 8, 9 triplet in row 7 and in box 9, which eliminates 7, 8, and well, actually not in box 9. We know 7 has to be one of these, though, because this must be 2, 3, 4, 5. 7 has to be one of these, so 7 cannot be here. This is 2 or 3 at most. This could be 2 with 2 and up to 5 here. 7 cannot be here, 7 cannot be here, 7 cannot be here. So 7 is one of these two digits. But if this were 7, that wouldn't work. This is at... None of these could be 1, so this is at least 2 and 3 here. So 2 and 3... up to 2 and 6 to add up to 9 at most. So this can't be 4, 5. It's a 6, 8, or 9 here. This could be 2 and 6 here. One cannot be here, so 1's one of these cells. 1 has to be one of these two. This can't be 7 anymore. Where is the 7 in box 8? It has to be here. So 7 then has to be one of these cells. Where are the 8 and 9 pairs in box 8? Both of them cannot be here because one of them is here. So this one must be an 8, 9. But we don't know which one it is. So we're going to mark that as yellow. We're going to mark that as red. This must be then the yellow. So yellow cannot be either of these. Oh, so wait, these are the same. This has to be yellow then. Well, okay, so then we'll make this pink and this yellow. These are the same. One cannot be in box 5. It cannot be here, here, or here. So one is one of these two digits here. This pink is one of these 3 cells here. Pink cannot be here. Yellow cannot be here. One of these is pink, one of these is yellow. This can't be 8 or 9 because it sees both the pink and the yellow, 8 and 9. Can't be 1, can't be 6 or 7. This is 2 through 5. Aha! We have a 2 through 5 quadruplet in row 6, which eliminates 2 through 5 in the rest of the row. We already eliminated 8 and 9 from the rest of the row because of the 8, 9 pair. This can't be 6, then because of that 6, it has to be 7. Which means none of these are 7. This must then be a 6 here. Which means this can't be 6. We knew that couldn't be 6 anyways, because if it were 6, this would be 2 and 3 at minimum, which is not allowed. This can't be 5 either, because if it's 5, this is 2 or 3 at minimum. Therefore, it's either 2, 3, or 4, or it's a 1. This can't be a 2 because of the 2 having to be one of these cells. Where is the yellow in row 8? Can't be here, can't be the pink, can't be the 2 through 5, or the 1, 6, and 7, so it must be here. So this must be the yellow 8 and 9, which forces this to be 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, what else do we have? This is at minimum 1 and 2. So this adds up to at least 5. This has to be 1 through 6 then. But this can't be 6 because of that 6. Can't be 1 through 7 because of the 7. Actually, this is also 2, so that doesn't work. So this cannot be pink here. This is 2 through 5 here because of what's allowed in the rest of row 8. One of these is a 7. Actually, this can't be 7, right? If this were 7, it would have to be 2, 2, 2, 2 at minimum. So this can never be 7. Where is the 7 in row 7? It has to be here. So this is 7, which forces this to be a 2. This has to be a 2, 3 pair, which eliminates 2 and 3 in the rest of the column. Also, this can't be 2. This can't be 2. That eliminates 2, 3 from the rest of column 9. Well, this is 1 and 2, and this is 2 and 3 as a 2, 3 pair. Why can't that be 4? I think it was just, yeah, minimum. 1, 2, and 3. Yep, that was minimum 3. This is 2, 3. This can't be 2, though, because of that 2. So this is 3, which makes this a 2, which makes that a 3. Therefore, this can't be 3. This can't be 3. This is 1, 2, 2, and 3, adding up to 8. So this is 8, which makes this an 8. This is a 9. This is a 9. This can no longer be 8 here. This is 1, 2, and 3 at minimum. So that's 6, plus 3 at minimum, which is 9. So this is 9. This can no longer be 9. These can't be 2 and 3. This then can never add up to 6, because 1, 2, and 4 adds up to 7 at least. So this must be 8. And these two digits add up to 7. So this is 2, 3 with 4, 5. This can't be 3 because of the 3 here. So this is 2. This must be 5, which makes this 4. This can't be 3 or 4 here. This can't be 3. This can't be 3. This 2, 5, 2, 5 pair eliminates 2 and 5 from the rest of the box. So this can't be 5. This must be 4, which makes that a 5. This adds up to, this can't be 9. So this must be 8, which makes this a 9. This is already 6, so this must be 2, which makes that a 5, which makes that a 3. Therefore, this is a 4, and that's a 6. This 5 eliminates that 5, so this is 4, which makes that a 5. None of these can be 5 here. This can't be 4. This can't be 4 either. This adds up to 9, so these already add up to 6 here, so this must be a 3 here. This can't be 2. This can't be 4, 5. This can't be 3. None of these could be 6. This can't be 6. This can't be 6 either, because if this were 6, this is at minimum 1 and 4, which adds up to 11. This can't be 5 for the same reason. This adds up to 10 then. This can't be 2 or 4. This must be 3 then. So this is 8 or 9 with 1, 4 or 1, 5. The remaining digit here cannot be 8. So where is the 8 in column 9? It has to be here. So this is 8, which forces this to be a 1, 4 pair to add up to 8. That eliminates 1, 4 in the rest of the column. So this must be a 5, 9 pair. The remaining digits in box 6 are 4, 6, and 7, but this can't be 4. We have 6, 7, or 9 here. Still be, this can't be 8 anymore, so this is a 9. It cannot be 1, 3, and 5. It cannot be 1, 2, and 6. It must be 2, 3, and 4 here. So 1 is one of these two. In box 1, one has to be one of these two cells in row 1 and 3. In box 3, one has to be one of these two cells in rows 1 and 3, which eliminates 1 in the rest of rows 1 and 3. So this cannot be 1 here. 1 has to be one of these two digits. And these can't be 3. This can't be 3 because of that 3, so this must be 2, which means this can't be 2. We have a 3, 4 pair in column 1, which eliminates 3 and 4 in the rest of the column, leaving 2 and 8 as the remaining digits. This can't be 4 anymore because of the 1, 4 pair in the box. Remaining digits in column 2 are 1, 3, 7, 8. But this can't be 3 in either of these cells because of the 3-4 pair. So this is 178, 178. This can't be 1 or 8, so this is 3 or 7, which means this can't be 3 because of that 3, so this is 7, which makes that a 3. This can't be 7, this can't be 7. We have a 1-8 pair in the rest of column 2. What about box 4? The remaining digits are 4 and 9. The remaining digits in column 3 then are 5, 6, and 7. This can't be 7. This 7 means this can't be 7 here. The remaining digits in column 4 are 2, 5, and 6. That's fine. This can no longer be 5, because if it were 5, the problem is this would be at least 1, 2, and 3 to add up to 6, which means this can't be 5. If it's 8, I think it has to be 1, 2, and 5. If it's 9, it could be 2, 3, 4. So either way, this can never be 5 here. If it's 8, I think it requires a 2, right? It's 1, 2, and 5, right? It cannot be 1, 3, 4 because 1, 4 cannot be here. It could be 1, 2, 6 here if it's in 9, or it's 4, 2, and 3. Either way, there's a 2 in one of these cells in row 1, which means this can't be 2. So we can remove the yellows and the pinks because that's not helpful anymore. The remaining digits in box 5 are 1, 2, 5, 6, and 8. But this can't be 1. These can't be 5. This can't be 2 or 6. Interesting. If this is a 1, that would eliminate 1 from both of these cells, which would form a 5, 8 pair, which means that in the rest of the column, you cannot have a 5 or an 8. So this would be 9. So if this is 1, that forces this to be a 9. If this is a 4, this is at minimum 2 and 3 added together, which would force this to be a 9. So either way, this is a 9 then. This cannot be 9. Okay, that's interesting. So it's 6 or 7. Well, it has a 3 added to it, so it can never... So the 2 then has to always be here, which means this can't be 2. This then must be 2, 3, and 1 to add up to 6. So this is 6, this is 1, this is 4. That 1 means this can't be 1, so this is 8, which makes that a 1. This can't be 6 because of that 6, so this is a 3. This must add up to 9 with a 2 and a 3, so this must be 4, which makes that a 1. This can't be 1 anymore. We have, this can't be 1, so where is the 1 in column 6? It must be here. This is a 5 or 8 here. This can't be 6 because of that 6, so this is 5. That makes this not a 5, so this is 8, which makes that a 5. These can be 5. This can't be 5 or 6, so this is 7. This can't be 3 because of that 3, so that's a 4, which makes that a 3. This can't be 7 here. I think we've done all the squares. Remaining digits here are 2 and 6. So we have a 2, 6, 2, 6 pair, which eliminates 2 and 6 from the rest of row 3. This can't be 6. This must be a 5, which makes that a 6. This can't be 6, so it's a 7, 9 pair here, which leaves this as a 5. And this can't be 9 because of a 9 in the column, so this is 7, this is 9. This can't be 7. We have a 4, 6 pair now here, which means this can't be 6, this is 7. Hmm. all squares are given. So that must mean that we have to differentiate by essentially not having a 9 or whatever add up to the remaining digits. Okay. Hmm. I don't see any right now. If this were an 8, this would then be 3, 3, and 2. And those 3 digits would then add up to an 8, which is not allowed. So this must be 2, which makes that an 8. This 2 eliminates that 2, so this is a 6, which makes that a 2, which makes that a 6. This can't be 2 or 6, so this is 8, which makes that a 2. This 6 eliminates that 6, so that's 4, which makes that a 6. The 4 eliminates that 4, which is 9 and 4. And this 9 eliminates that 9, so it's 5 and 9. And congrats, I hope you enjoyed. Yeah, this was actually kind of cool. It was interesting, actually, these squares. Plus the negative, I guess the negative constraint actually we just needed that for this area. And then everything was disambiguated here. I actually haven't checked to make sure that every box is not the sum of its... Every other cell, which doesn't have a box around it, is not the sum of its up to 4 orthogonally adjacent cells. But I trust that he got that correct. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this solve, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.